Well, it's been discussed for a while, but now Governor Kathy Hochul wants to push forward the idea of putting a tunnel and a deck over a portion of Route 33, the Kensington Expressway. Now, the goal is to reconnect Buffalo neighborhoods, but how would they cover the costs? 2 on Your Side's Ron Plants is asking tough questions for us tonight.
We now have the money to do projects like this because of what happened in Washington with the leadership of the Democrats who voted for this project.
That's what Governor Hochul proudly said Saturday as she and numerous other politicians, including Congressman Brian Higgins, gave speeches touting the plan to actually cover and deck a portion of the Kensington Expressway between Best Street and East Ferry, an idea which has been promoted for years by the Restore Our Community Coalition. The governor and her transportation commissioner calling for the immediate launch of an environmental impact study.
We're working with our federal partners right now to see exactly how we can move the environmental review process forward as soon as possible.
The neighborhood along Humboldlt Parkway left scarred and divided by the late 1950s construction of the highway. The Washington source of funds for such a decking project, which would create a tunnel for expressway traffic, was supposed to be joined with state funding as part of the overall $1 trillion infrastructure bill signed by President Biden last November. Biden originally wanted $20 billion set aside for projects with modifications to urban highways, which divided communities of color. But during Senate and House negotiations, that amount whittled down to just $1 billion. Not much to be spread around for the entire country, considering hundreds of millions of dollars or more in potential cost for each project. We spoke with Congressman Higgins.
Even though that $20 billion went down to $1 billion at the federal level as part of President Biden's infrastructure program, the state still is going to get enough federal dollars to do all these projects?
They will, because about 80% of the federal money goes to the state.
Higgins says that funding comes from the 18.4 cents in the federal excise tax we all pay on a gallon of gasoline, which is supposed to help with upkeep of our highways and bridges.
So this is competitive. It's very, very competitive. And that's why we have to move aggressively toward the goal of getting new projects that can get done.
Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Ron.